Hey, good afternoon. Colin Kimball here with Alderman Chevrolet GMC in Rutland, Vermont, Vermont's favorite car dealership. We appreciate your interest in this beautiful SUV. Very excited to show you this thing today. Very beautiful vehicle we have in our hands. Now this is our 2024 Chevrolet Blazer EV LT. Now that comes with a ton of cool things here we get to go in depth about, but right off the bat, this is the all-wheel drive version, 249 miles of estimated range on a full charge, and that does increase when you go to the rear-wheel drive version, but this is great for most situations. This one here, great incentives and savings on this vehicle. Between your federal tax credit and being a GMP customer, you have over $7,500 in rebates on this vehicle. Now this one here is finished off in a beautiful Summit White. You got your body color painted mirror caps, deep tinted rear windows, then you have a passive key entry system in all four doors, and we will go over how that works. You have your 20-inch machine-faced aluminum wheels with those little inserts in there. Then you have your Bridgestone self-sealing tires. These are the Bridgestone Alenzas. Now self-sealing basically just means if you're on a long car trip, as long as you don't run over a nail too close to the sidewall, you can go ahead and just pull that nail out, and then there's a goo inside of there that's going to reseal that hole. But you do have your blinker indicator, or your indicators on the outside here. You always want to be seen in those low visibility, high fog situations. You got your daytime running LED lights right here. Those do double as your turn signals. It is flashing on camera, but it is a nice solid white in person. You do have your projector style LED headlamps right in there. Nice little flush front grille, classic Chevy bow tie on there. Now this is my personal vehicle, not this one specifically, but I do drive a Blazer EV LT, equipped just like this, and I've had no issues with it. Great time. Right here is your charging port. This will go ahead and drop right down. Now what's great about this is it sits on these little rubber inserts all over here, so it doesn't freeze to the actual vehicle. There's no water that can go in there and then freeze these panels together, so that'll prevent that kind of stuff. You have your level 1, level 2 DC fast charging capabilities. You'll see that this is just a little button right here. You push that, that's going to go ahead and close it, and then you basically just push the button through the panel right there. These are power folding mirrors, and then with that passive key entry system, you just need the key in your pocket, and you can lock and unlock these doors. You got your 10-way power driver seat adjustments with your 2-way lumbar adjustments. Beautiful interior here, and we are going to go over all of those features, but first I want to give you a good feel for room in the back here. We did throw the key in there. Now, I'm about 6'3", definitely on the taller side, and I have more than enough room here to kind of kick my legs out, sit back, be comfortable. Not limited for room at all back here. You got your kangaroo pockets in both seats, not something they put in every SUV. You got your Camaro-inspired vents back here, 2 Type-C chargers. It is a little bit dirty there. Now, with this vehicle, you'll notice there is no ignition switch anywhere here. To start the vehicle, you're going to hop in, and then whenever you want to turn it on, you just put your foot on the brake, and that acts as your ignition switch. Now, to turn the vehicle off, we'll turn the fan down there so it's not as loud. It'll sense when you put the vehicle into gear. So if you're driving to work, you'll put the vehicle into gear. When you put it in park, you just open the door. As long as your foot is off the brake, it's going to go ahead and turn the vehicle off. On the door here, you have your electronic mirror and window adjustments. You have your power folding mirror right there. It does have the blind zone indicator on there, and it is heated. So when you turn on your rear view defroster right over there, it'll go ahead and melt the snow off of there. Camaro-inspired vents up here as well. Very cool look to those. Right down here is your parking brake button. You have your lane keep assist with lane departure warning. That'll do those little minor adjustments for you, keep in between the white lines. Here's your auto hold. That's going to hold you to a stop when you let off of your brake at a stoplight or a red light. Here is your display brightness. This is a heated leather wrap steering wheel. Beautiful stitching on there. Here's where you're going to turn on the heated option. On the left side here, you have your adaptive cruise control setting. So it is going to set a gap in between you and the car in front of you, and it's going to keep it there, whether they slow down to a stop or not. You have your hands-free audio and phone call settings on the right side as well. And then you have your template switching button. That's going to pop up a few different templates on here. One of my favorites is this Google Maps right here. We do have to turn on the location so it'll show the actual map, but it's nice having a map right here and still having full function with your radio entertainment screen. Now you do have a regen on-demand trigger right here. So basically, that's going to turn the kinetic energy of a motor braking. Now, you're probably familiar with engine braking. Motor braking is just going to turn kinetic energy back into usable power that you can use later on. So you'll notice this little bar right here. That is orange right now because we're using 1 kilowatt. And now as you press on the accelerator pedal, it's going to go ahead and it's going to make that number bigger. As you're using regen on demand, you'll see that number flip over into the green side, and that'll show you how much kilowatts you're regenning. You do have a 13.9 inch radio entertainment screen here, a ton of screen. You do have your manual off button or mute button. If you hold that, it'll go ahead and turn the screen off. You do have a vehicle status app in here. So this is going to pop up a little blazer. You can spin around. You can check on some of the things you might want to monitor. Tire pressure indicators in all of your wheels. You do have your battery voltage, energy usage, energy info right here. You can pop up this. It'll bring up a little chart once you do start driving, show you your energy efficiency. This will show you your active energy usage. Now you do have 1 pedal driving right there. That'll use a combination of the regen on demand there and your gas pedal. So when you press on your gas pedal, it's going to obviously accelerate you. As you let go of your gas pedal, it's going to slow you down using that regen on demand. You have a few different cool drive modes in here. You have your normal sport mode, snow and ice, which is going to sense any slippage. And then my mode, where you can adjust all of those things. Your steering, brake feel, acceleration feel, motor sound. You do have your climate app right here. It's almost a fully digital version of everything you have right down here. You do have Google Assistant, so for the first time ever, you have in-vehicle controls. I can say things like, hey Google, change the temperature to 65.
Got it. Changing the temperature to 65 degrees.
So it's pretty cool. You can control your volume, the temperature, just ask silly questions like how much range do I have left? You do have a charging app right here, which is going to allow you to set your target charge level. What I would do is I'd recommend to keep it at 80% to promote long battery health. You have every camera angle you can imagine here. You have your forward facing view, your normal standard view, and then you have your overhead view. So that's your front over top, rear over top. You do have your side view mirrors that'll monitor your wheels. Make sure you don't scrape them up on a curb or something like that. You do have a phone app right there. That's where you're just going to connect through your Bluetooth, but this does come with Google built in. Vehicle controls right here is where you're going to control your auto high beam settings, your park assist, power window lockout, and then your cameras. You do have more controls here for your traction control, that kind of stuff. You do have your My Chevrolet app capability, so you can download an app on your phone, full remote access. You can remote start, lock, and unlock anywhere in the country. You don't need to be near the vehicle. You could be on a plane trip to Florida, realize you forgot to lock your Blazer back home. You just send it a quick signal and it'll lock it up. Kind of an extra peace of mind. You have your climate zone here, so you have your temperature settings on the left side, fan speed on the right side, on and off right there, and then some other settings right in here. Camaro inspired vents right down here, very cool look with the triple vent. You have your 2 Type-C chargers, side-by-side cup holders, wireless charging pad right there, and then a center console that goes very deep for a good amount of storage. You have a 9-volt car port in there and another USB. It is lit up with a little LED light. Leather wrap center console. Don't want to hop around to the lift gate. Beautiful look on the rear fascia of the Blazer as well. Nice little E right there, blued out. Now this is on the Ultium platform, which basically just means it was built from the ground up to be an EV. There's no dead space or dead parts in there where they're not using any. So it's built from the ground up to be a Blazer EV. Ton of storage right underneath here. It does come with a dual level charge cord. GM's actually one of the only companies that's going to just give you one of those charge cords for free with the vehicle. These are 60-40 splitting seats, so you can drop down one side or the other. Have a ton of space for storage, but still have some seating configurations in the back. Then this is a power lift gate, just another press of a button that's going to go ahead and drop that right back down. Beautiful look to this Blazer. Now that is our 2024 Chevrolet Blazer EV LT all-wheel drive, Motor Trend's SUV of the year in 2024. If you have any more questions about this beautiful vehicle, don't hesitate to give me a call, 802-776-5066, or you can stop by for a test drive at 65 Windcrest Road in Rutland, Vermont, and ask for Colin.